Scotland is such a beautiful country.
Would you like to work as a nurse here in the UK? Are you registered for the new NMC OSCE exam but don't know where to start? The new NMC OSCE features 10 stations, including the full APIE stations, plus 2 pairs of skills, plus 2 brand new stations testing your values, behaviours and knowledge of evidence-based practice. Nurses, we can't wait to be there by your side as you prepare for the brand new NMC OSCE. You know what to do? Take the first step. Call 0203 637 6722. That's 0203 637 6722 today.
Hello, Manong George here. Welcome to our channel. And today we have a very special guest.
In April, I'm a nurse and I live in Glasgow, Scotland.
Manong knows best.
Scotland is such a beautiful country. Edinburgh is a very good tourist attraction. So, ang daming mga tourist attractions dito. If you like taking walks, going for hikes, it's such a great place to do that. If you're quite active, you can do mountain hikes and long walks and stuff like that. So if you live an active lifestyle, Scotland is a great place to live. Another pro is that in my almost 3 years of living here, I've never really encountered racism or like negative interactions with the Scottish people. They are very friendly. They're very fun to be with, and they're very polite, and they're just salt of the earth. Ang bait-bait ng mga Scottish people. The cost of living here is lower in terms of like rent and stuff, especially in the rural areas. The more you're out of this outside the city proper, I think the rent is cheaper and all that. I've asked for prescription medication a couple of times here and wala namang sinisingil sa akin. So the medicines here, prescription meds, and the checkup, everything is free. I haven't paid for anything healthcare related yet.
Manong knows best.
The weather, I still am not 100% adapted to the weather because it's cold. Yung lamig, okay naman, but pag sinasabayan siya ng ulan, it's like a whole new level of cold. So if hindi kayo mahilig sa ulan and cold weather at the same time, it might be a bit of a con for you.
By the afternoon, temperatures in Aberdeen getting up to just 2 degrees. Still 1 or 2 showers clipping that east coast of Scotland and affecting parts of northeast England as well.
It took a bit of time for me to adjust to and understand the accent here because I think it's heavier than the English accent. But right now, I'm totally confident that like after a few months, you can totally understand the Scottish accent.
I'm saying that a number of parliamentary colleagues who have disabilities do find it quite difficult getting around certain parts of the state. Given that we're doing this refurbishment work, what can be done to make sure that those with a disability are able to move around more freely and the place is accessible?
I'm really sorry. Please, could you do it very slowly and intimidating English? Thank you.
Manong knows best.
I'll just give a bit of a background. So when I started, when I came here, I lived in Fife in a town called Newbra, and it's very rural. So I had a Filipino housemate, and we lived in a house with I think it was a 3-bedroom house, and we paid like each of us paid 300 pounds for it. Yung rent, that's the rent, and then plus yung council tax pa, tapos plus yung electricity. So plus yung council tax and electricity, so that should be like between 350 to 400. And then when my housemate left, I went to live with in another house again with another Scottish lady this time, and my rent there was like around 450 pounds in a 3-bedroom fully furnished house, pero included na lahat yon. And right now in here, I'm living in a 2-bedroom flat that I share with my boyfriend, and the mortgage is about 500. So plus yung council tax around 200 per month, and then electricity is about 50 to 75 pounds per month. So I think that's around 350 to 400. It's quite good, and they said that the neighborhood that I live in is actually kind of like a very nice neighborhood. So hindi siya sobrang layo sa city center, like a 10-20 minute drive, something like that. So considering Glasgow is a big city, I think mura na talaga yun.
Manong knows best.
Okay, this is one thing that I think isa sa mga cons. Well, I wouldn't know how to say it, but when I lived in Fife, I met a thriving community, a Filipino community there sa Kirkcaldy, and they get together quite a lot for gatherings and stuff. But because of the pandemic, I wasn't able to really meet them a lot. But when we first when we arrived here, like it was November of 2019, and I met them a few times. But when I transferred to Glasgow, I'm afraid I've never really met any Filipinos here just yet. So I think it's also my own fault. But I think there's a big Filipino community here. It's just that I have not connected with them yet. But I'm hopeful that I'm going to connect with them soon kasi mag-o-open na yung Jollibee dito sa Glasgow next week.
Jollibee, bida ang saya.
Manong knows best.
My advice is to have to be really patient and resilient, and to not give up, because I'm 36 years old. I came here when I was 34, and I only worked in a hospital for in Cebu for a year before that. So parang I worked in a call center for like a decade or even more than a decade. So I hope that yung mga nurses na nasa Philippines, they won't give up, because I didn't give up, and I'm here now. Alam kong marami silang pagdadaanan na mga exams, like yung IELTS, OET, and all that, but kaya nila yan. So never give up, have patience, and once you reach UK or Scotland or anywhere in the UK, have a strong support system, kasi yun yung parang naging challenge ko when I came here, because I lived in a rural area, and then nagkaroon din tayo ng pandemic, so hindi masyadong nakagala. We were always at home, and then parang there were just days na you would just be walking home and you would burst out crying, because that happened to me. I burst out crying because I was feeling very lonely at that time. So anyone who wants to come and work here should have a strong support system. Someone they can talk to their family or their friends anytime they all feel lonely, because the first few months will be a challenge, but to never give up.
Manong knows best, put your worries to rest when staying in the United Kingdom. Manong knows best.